you were looking at different options for publishing, what were some of your considerations?
Well, one of the things that was most important to me, I knew I wanted the final say on what was published. And you don't always have that flexibility with traditional publishers. I also know that I like to speak, and I have spoken at different conferences with this. I hope to do more of that. And I didn't want to have a publisher's fingers in that. So for me, a lot of it was, I wanted some of the benefits of a publisher, but not the limitations of a publisher. And so that's a lot of the reason that I went with Paper Raven. I felt like they let me control my path, and they guided me. They did the things I didn't want to do, which I really appreciate. And so at the end of the day, it's my book, and it feels like me. It's true to me. I think it's really hard to write a self-help book that is your own journey and have somebody else determine what you can and can't say. That doesn't seem very authentic to me. And so I feel very confident that this is authentic. And there were times that my editor that I worked with suggested some changes, and I went with those changes because I trust the experts. But they didn't affect the authenticity of the message. And so that was incredibly important to me. And then I wanted it to be as easy and painless as possible. I knew parts of the process were going to be painful, right? The cutting down of your content and people evaluating your writing skills, even if it's your mother, right? That can be painful. I really appreciate her. She knows that. That can be painful, but I feel like working relationships don't have to be painful. And so for me, that's been one of the things I've really appreciated. And you're not paying me to say this, so I can genuinely say that, is that I just felt like it was easy to do business with all the people that you aligned on my team. I didn't ever dread any of my calls, or when people are like, hey, you have a deadline coming up. I was never resentful of that, because I genuinely just felt like it was a team and they were there to support me. So I would say that was important to me as well. If I felt it was going to be intimidating enough as it was, I wanted the actual process and the people I was working with to be as enjoyable as possible.